Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to All Beer Inside on YouTube, the quarantine edition. As you can see on the recording, we are using the lovely application that everybody on the planet is using right now in Zoom. It's going to be changed from the norm, obviously, because we're not in normal times. So we're going outside the normal times, and we're still going to try and get you content out to entertain and educate you on things and what's going on in our lives. So I'm not sure how the video's set up, but right now in my video, below the two of us is Phil.
Hey.
You've seen. He's my editor, and he is in episode 5?
I think.
5 of our YouTube show?
Yeah. Seems like a long time ago.
Yeah, and to my left on my screen is Chris, otherwise known as Looney from our audio show. So thanks for joining me for our virtual happy hour today. What's everybody drinking? We'll start with Looney.
I went a little boring this time. I just looked in the fridge and really felt like a Kilkenny. So a nice Irish cream ale, although I'm not sure how Irish it is anymore.
Phil, what are you having?
From
Microbrasserie Riverbend, I am having Blanche sauvage à which I don't know what Lagousier is. It's like some sort of sea flower or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Coming in at 3.8% alcohol. It is a white. So I got this at the Dispensaire. So they do delivery. It's really efficient. Same-day delivery, which is great.
Oh, that's handy.
Décapsulaire, no?
The capsula, yeah.
Because you said Dispensaire, which is hopefully a future interview.
The dispensary.
Yeah.
The décapsula, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah.
I got, before all the shutdown, from Louks, their blueberry sour.
Ooh.
So, very tasty beer. And as we've been doing, as we've been trying to do, let's do a virtual toast.
That's a bright nose.
That's some cream.
Oh, yeah, that's sour blueberry.
Luke's a Kilkenny. You know what you get when you drink a Kilkenny.
For Louks, you can see my interview with Matt and Abe on episode 3 of the show, if you go in the archives. So, gentlemen, with the quarantine, how's life treating you?
Could be better, could be worse. I mean, I find myself now with an excess of free time because my company was shut down with the non-essentials, and I was definitely voted as one of the non-essentials in the company. So I am on temporary layoff. But on the good side, it's given me plenty of time to catch up on television, video games, play way too many online tabletop RPGs. And I decided to basically start watching the entirety of Star Trek from start to finish. From the 60s all the way to Picard.
That's a whole lot of content.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long did that take?
I'm midway through season 2 of the original series, so gonna be a while.
Okay.
Phil?
I've been lucky. We got to work from home pretty much from what are we today? We're the 11th of April, so last Friday would have been 4 weeks of us working from home. So it's been good so far. It took a bit of getting used to, but overall it's been great. No commute time.
Yeah.
And not having to see people outside is refreshing.
Yeah, my personally myself, besides the whole doomsday scenario in my mind, which I got to get rid of, I got to be more glass half full type versus glass half empty. I've been working from home. I was doing flex from home anyway, so I was already on like a reduced, not a reduced work schedule because there's so much work. I could probably work all the time every day and still have work to do. But personally, it's been pretty good. I mean, it takes me 4 seconds to get a coffee instead of 4 minutes. We're in the medical field, so we're in the patient support field. So we just had our big "What if a patient has COVID" thing last week. But we were talking about patients. We're not talking about staff. We're trying to, the company as a whole is keeping very positive. So I'm very happy with where I work, as you guys have seen in my attitude over the last year and a half. It's just a complete change, and even it's allowed me to do this show, which is great. And quarantine edition, it's gonna it's not gonna happen. This is not regular. We're outside irregular times, but we're staying home to keep you and ourselves safe at the same time. So if you can, stay home, please. Speaking of staying home, I wanted to ask you guys your thoughts on Untapped and their at-home scenario on the app of what they're doing.
I think it's a great idea, to be perfectly honest. Like, I only noticed it the first time, like last week, when I finally rated something on Untapped since this all started. And I'm just like, oh, that's nice. That was basically all that went through my head.
I mean, I listened to their show, and they're very like, they sent their employees home to work from home. They're getting a kick in the butt right now because they're supposed to have a festival at a football stadium. That's got to be a financial pain in the butt right now. But even we've lost the beer festivals for now. I'm sure things will come back. The indoor festivals can obviously be pushed to any time. Mm-hmm. It's just really your outdoors. Like, unfortunately, Laval, which I always enjoy going to, is more than likely going to be delayed, but we're shut down till July 1st. I believe theirs is usually mid-July.
August.
Laval was on my birthday last year, so July 12th.
Okay.
July 12th. So it's part of because they're canceling everything pretty much all the way to, well, at least in Quebec, all the way up to end of August.
Oh.
Yeah, I've heard that, right. Which makes me glad I did not buy tickets to Rammstein.
Yes. Well, you would have gotten a refund, hopefully.
Yeah, but still,
I wanted to go to that show.
It's unfortunate too, because like myself and Phil are starting to do the media stuff. It, as you can see from the last 2 episodes prior to the Orleans, we were doing media. It's great. We're turning the show around, and we had a great flow going. And then unfortunately, somebody ate something they shouldn't have, and
allegedly.
So allegedly,
it's all these chemicals they're putting in the water that turn the frogs gay.
Yeah. No, but we even a bit pulling the curtain a bit, just behind the scenes stuff. We even had April Fool's episode sort of in the works. We decided to pull the plug on that one.
Yeah.
The whole idea would have been that we interview a
vineyard or a winery.
And we decided to switch. There's no money in beer, screw beer. It's all about wine.
Wine is where it's at.
Yeah, but it wasn't appropriate, and we couldn't figure out how to do it. So
the border being shut down as well, because we were looking at heading to the Plattsburgh Adirondack region. Yeah. Because we had interviews set up. We were going to Plattsburgh for a day. There's 2 breweries right next to each other. Their hours of operation. We were like, okay, one and then the other. They both said, hey, when stuff's in order, come down. And I'm like, gladly, once you guys, as America, as Canada, as North America as a whole, when we get a hold on this and help each other out, which would be a little more appreciated from our southern leader. Yeah. That'd be a little more appreciated, but I don't like being political on the show in general, except for now is the time that Canada does get together and we allow shipping of local products between provinces. I'm shaking a lot, but all my arms are below. We gotta institute what the USA has and allow BC, Alberta, across Canada beer to come here and the East Coast and then back and forth.
I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, I think
it's so stupid.
It's an ancient law that was never struck from the books, and it needs to be fixed. But that's here nor there. Phil, you had mentioned that you had a delivery from Decapsulé. Have you noticed any other online places in Quebec that you can get deliveries from? I know from the breweries we can't, because that's a silly law as well.
La Brosse is doing deliveries now.
Oh, when did that start?
Around when this started.
In the West Island only, I'm assuming?
No, actually. There's only a couple of days a week to do it, but
okay.
Worst comes to worst, I am currently residing in the West Island for a little bit, so if you did
you're not that far.
Pick up and drop it at your doors or something, I would be glad to.
Because them along, like La Brosse episode 1 and Kanawaki episode 2, I know La Brosse is doing hand sanitizer. They're selling from a local manufacturer at cost, I believe, to them. And then any proceeds the company's making are supposed to be donated. But big shout out to Drew from Kanawaki Brewing, him bottling and making hand sanitizer for everybody in the Kanawaki region. That is awesome. And I mean, we were there just before the shutdown, right, on St. Patrick's Day for their 2-year anniversary.
Just before the shutdown,
yeah.
So I still got to drop off Phil's beers because I got them sitting here, but I'm doing my best to avoid going outside. But
as long as you don't drink them.
No. I've got plenty of my own. I am, unfortunately, I want to share episode beers where breweries were gracious enough to donate beer to the All Beer Inside cause, so we can try them on our audio recording, but I don't want them to go bad, so I will be consuming them so they don't go bad.
Yeah, I was saving a can of something from Ontario, but it'll go bad.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, I brought back a bunch of beers from Boston. And,
well, at least you're beered up for a while.
But I'm trying to keep them. And in the hopes that we get together again and we get to try them.
Oh, we'll get together again.
Yeah.
Whether we try
no, but like before they spoil.
Yeah, that's the big. That's
yeah.
Just check.
So going back. So your first question, right?
Yeah.
So the Le Décapsuleur does deliveries. Cheers, which is a store around
Point St. Charles.
Port St. Charles. They also do delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Comptoir Saint-Cécile also does delivery. So if you're in the Montreal region, I'd highly recommend checking these out if you can't make it out to microbreweries around your area.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like we always say, drink craft, not crap. And we mean that in every level, especially local right now. Like we want the viewer, go local. I say it on our Instagram posts. It's like, if you don't drink beer, buy beer for a friend, because you're more than likely have a friend who drinks local beer. I know Malt Hops right here. Hops, also future interview.
I've been there.
I saw on their Facebook post that one of the owners is actually biking the beers around on nice days. So.
I mean, I kind of broke that rule by having the Kilkenny, but virtually everything else in the fridge is local. So
yeah, there you go.
Even got my neighbor sort of into craft beer.
Well, I got my mother into it.
Yeah, because he was running out of beer one night, and he's like, "Oh, do you have anything?" I was like, "I'm not sure you'll like it. Here's an IPA." He's like, "This is delicious."
Yeah, my mother got
craft beer.
Yeah, my mother got into dark lagers of all things.
Nice.
So, like the most random beer style I can possibly think of. But
nothing like getting somebody into a Schwarzen.
Well, that's exactly it. Like her favorite is actually from Ontario. It's Eighth Sin from what the hell's their name? Hop City.
Okay.
In Toronto region, right?
I think so.
Yeah. So speaking of Toronto and stuff, when we can, I wanted to go to Toronto for a weekend for myself and Phil to set up interviews, but I was thinking maybe go as a group.
Yeah, totally.
Make a full, long weekend in Toronto.
Yeah, I'm in.
I mean, once, myself and Phil are still working. Chris, I'm more than sure you're going to be rehired when the company's back.
They basically assured us we're going to be rehired.
Okay,
I'm not concerned about that.
Yeah. There is a lot of people who have unfortunately lost their jobs, and we're just talking about Canada. America's getting
worse.
Yeah.
They're getting it worse than we are.
So it's and I'm hearing a lot of companies say, we were still hiring up till last week, and then the company's like, okay, we can't send laptops and then virtually train somebody right now if they have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
But we were still virtually training. We're still we're all hands on deck minus management going back and forth between the offices now. That's it. So, so Chris, you mentioned on the audio show you brewed. We actually had your ESB, which was fantastic.
Yes.
Any plans to brew during all this? Or
I am actually. I got a mind. I'm probably going to be looking into brewing my first lager, Oktoberfest style. So Marzen. Christian, if you're watching this, sorry, it's Merzen. Sorry, I have an Austrian friend who has corrected me many a time on my pronunciation. For those of you who don't know, it's a Marzen, the kind of like amberish ale that you get typically at Oktoberfest. Sorry, not ale, amberish lager you get at Oktoberfest, and usually it's one of my favorite styles. So it's crushable as hell, and it's just refreshing and tasty. So it'll be that, maybe an IPA, but those aren't too difficult to come across anyways. So I try to make styles that are either a little trickier to come across or aren't as common, just because why not?
Are you going for a kit again, or are you
probably a kit?
Yeah.
Like this, the problem is, in order to go into individual stuff, I need some more equipment that I do not have at the place I'm at currently. So I would need to get I need to get a cooler for it to work as a mash tun and a variety of other things.
Okay.
For I think it was Keegan who mentioned if you don't have the space to cold crash and all that stuff, it doesn't work. So
yeah, I mean, at this place, I have enough space to brew. It's just that, especially at this day and age right now, I do not want to have to deal with the whole sparging process, et cetera, et cetera. It's just, it's so vital, but it's arguably the biggest pain in the ass in the process. Like cleaning, no worries. Sparging, shoot me, please.
Yeah, I was about to say we try and keep PG on the show. So
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I personally love to homebrew. I just don't have room in the basement that I live in, so it's not really an option. I'm more of a drinker than the meticulous cleaning type. So it's just cleaning is my downfall. Phil, if you had the space, have you ever thought about doing it?
Maybe not right now, because buying all that stuff seems like a weird purchase during a pandemic. But
it's apocalypse prepping. If you know how to make beer, they'll
yeah, exactly.
What is it?
I need 2 weeks of food and beer. But yeah. Oh, at some point, I'd gladly. I'm really curious about nerding out about all that stuff.
Once things quiet down, if at any point you guys wanted to see how I'm doing it, I'd be glad to walk you through a brew day.
Yep.
So
we could probably film it and make an episode out of it.
That we could as well. Even Nick kind of mentioned the basics of what to do when we interviewed her. So, but if you are going to buy anything, Phil, don't forget to use the Amazon link on the right-hand side at the allbeerinside.com page. Perfect. Okay. So I know we all had individual planned stuff this summer, and even these upcoming weeks for stuff, but where are some places you're definitely going to go back to in Montreal to grab a couple of beers when we get the all clear to be close to 2 meters and speak moistly on each other again?
Speak moist. Never say those words in that succession.
It's a song.
I'm just trying to follow our Prime Minister.
His face when he said it too was great.
There's no way to say moist.
At least,
no, but he realized he messed up. He's like, speak moistly.
But at least our Prime Minister owns up to most of his mistakes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Have you noticed his weird eyebrow?
Yeah, the shifting caterpillar.
The shifting, it's like a fake, almost like a fake eyebrow that's falling off.
It's weird.
Yeah. No. First place. Remember that Brewtopia reached out to us and we're supposed to try their latest releases, and we got so busy that we never did.
That's we got too busy and all that other stuff.
Yeah, we're out of town and all. That's one of our regrets. So once everything's back to normal, that's definitely a place I'd go and hang out again. Because
yes, with the @gentleman_brewer on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know if he wants us to mention his real name, so we won't. But
no, exactly.
Brewtopia's,
shout out to you.
Masked brewer.
Yeah, the masked brewer.
Yeah,
we could do that. We could do the masked. We'll start a new show called the Masked Brewer. Patent pending. Don't try and steal it.
Exactly.
We're copywriting it right now.
Trademark Killer Carpe Diem from allbeerinside. The Masked Brewer, and we get 4 brewers, and we have 2 women who one knows about singing, and then a comedian, and then
this is getting really tortured here.
The Masked Brewer.
But everything that we had planned, and it's on pause right now. It's stuff that we need to do, and once we get together again. So Burlington, Vermont,
yes,
all those fantastic places. Toronto, yeah, we're coming for you.
Toronto, weekend in Kingston, even because there's a fantastic amount of breweries in Kingston. Toronto, we could spend a month and not interview every single one. So because they're not constantly popping up right now, but there's still people getting their permits and getting their ducks in order to have a future brewery. I mean, the scene alone, it's still going. Brewers are still brewing. Some of them are selling out cans quicker than they can keep up with, like Masorum, future interview, hopefully. And even just Masorum, I mean, hey, Phil, what are you doing? Nothing. Let's go get a beer at Masorum. Cool. I'll be there in 40 minutes. I'm like, okay, 40 minutes for me to walk there. It's, I'm going to hit as many places as I can. This is an actual opportunity for me to save some money. My car hasn't moved in 2.5 weeks. So
gas is so cheap.
That's temporary.
That's the irony of all this. Gas is cheap, but we can't take advantage of it.
It was another show I was watching, and a flight from, I think, LA to New York is $60 right now. I'm like, but nobody's flying.
I picturing going to PAX West right now, and it was like, it would be so cheap. But
that also
is going to be a PAX West.
So. Is that Seattle?
Yeah.
I have no idea Seattle. I've heard a lot of Oregon is pretty much like no, but a lot of places have to be.
Yeah.
So it's an unfortunate thing. It happened 100 years ago. So we just
it's Spanish flu 2, electric boogaloo.
Yeah, except this time we could be a lot more vigilant and avoid the 50 million deaths worldwide.
Can't be that much. That was more than World War. That was as many as World War II.
It was up there.
Yeah, what is way to find out? Yeah,
the first one apparently, I don't know. It's the internet. Apparently, it hit 500 million people were infected, and 50 million dead.
1918 pandemic H1N1. Hey, there's a number that sounds familiar. At least 50 million. 50 million deaths worldwide.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So 675,000 in the U.S.
Yep.
And when you take into account that their population was a third the size of ours currently?
Yep. Yeah. So we've already said it. Stay home.
Yeah.
Stay home.
No one's immortal.
Distancing. Nope.
That's it.
No. That's it.
Except Keanu Reeves.
Don't curse Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I will not curse. Hey, Till Lindemann got corona. So
hey, and not everybody can avoid it. Look, Boris Johnson even got it. Yeah. So as for myself, like I said, Masorum, like even just metro it to Pub Brewski and work my way all the way up Saint Denis and hit brewery. Because honestly, I don't think my large birthday expansion party pack that I usually do every year is going to be upgraded this year. So
we're not doing 41 for 41.
Oh,
41 breweries for 41.
A whole month.
They better just be tasters.
They were.
Yeah. We did. I did. Last year was 40 for 40.
Yeah.
9 brew pubs.
At least you didn't do 40s for 40.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, because you'd be dead.
Yeah. I also don't want to die. We did that to C Money as the show is for his bachelor party. He started with Edward 40 Hands. So yeah, that's because we're terrible friends to each other. So I wanted to know, like, a lot of times you consume stuff, as you mentioned, Chris, Star Trek. Any beer related consuming? I know. Like I've started to watch Brews Brothers. It's on Netflix. It's one of the co-creators of The League, about 2 brothers who work at a brewery in LA, and I've been laughing so far. So definitely check it out if you have a chance.
Nothing strictly beer related, more beer adjacent. Like in this case, not so much television, but more YouTube videos. A lot of blank. I fell down one of those blank tries blank. God, those are terrible videos, but I can't stop watching them. And a few whiskey, like some guys going on about whiskey and the like, which is not beer, but it's beer adjacent. I mean, similar ingredients.
Yeah, as you can see in our Ottawa Craft Beer Festival, and even the La Cuvée, I spoke to people in the gin industry. I spoke to somebody in the craft distilling industry at the Ottawa. So we don't just stick with beer. It's just we are predominantly beer. But, stuff like gin and whiskey, beer gets aged in. So
Yes. Especially whiskey.
Yeah.
God, I love me some whiskey.
So, yeah, no, I've got a bottle of Bullet Bourbon that's it's been sitting there for a little bit, so it's time to do some damage with it.
Yeah. Just bought 2 bottles of Maker's Mark yesterday, so it's on sale.
It's on sale.
And yes,
it's on sale.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper than it used to be, too, on top of it all. I can't figure it out.
Also, SAQ does the deliveries now.
Yes. So.
They do. Well, they did that before, but now they've kind of changed how they do it.
Yeah, exactly. On my side, it's mostly been YouTube stuff. Like a lot of other beer podcasts. Been catching up on the BOS stuff. Also watching the new Stone Cold stuff. That's pretty hilarious though.
New Stone Cold stuff?
Broken Skull, what's it called?
Broken Skull Sessions?
Yeah.
Really? I got to check that out then.
Yeah.
So speaking of Broken Skull Sessions and that, did you guys watch WrestleMania?
I did.
Yeah.
God, that was weird.
That's such a weird experience.
Yeah.
Just watching this with no crowd whatsoever.
Yeah.
And there's still, it's like the writing hasn't caught up to the fact that it's not in front of a crowd.
But what kind of, I'm assuming you guys drank beer during it. What kind of beers did you guys end up having?
That one, I think I was doing some damage on the one of the ones I picked up from Kanawake, actually, the Queensboro, the Black Forest Cake Stout.
Oh, and?
Oh, goddamn, it's good.
Okay.
My dad's birthday was the weekend before, so I had the opportunity to have a proper Black Forest cake because he always gets that for his birthday.
Nice.
And it was Black Forest cake in beer form. It was damn good.
Nice. So we'll put that in the show notes. Sure, I don't know if right now Kanawake is able to sell on the location. If they are, check out their website, K-Town Brewing. I'm sure I'm butchering that. K-Town Brew. Phil will put everything in the show notes. Drew is doing a fantastic thing for Kanawake by making hand sanitizer for the natives there.
He's actually giving out 2 per household, which is crazy. That's insane.
So, a lot of breweries are doing, well, not necessarily giving it away to it, but a lot of breweries have been making hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
because I guess a lot of the tech applies to both.
Yeah, well, I know Circa Distillery up in Villamar, Point St. Charles. It's a weird place where it is. It's kind of in between both cities. I know they've switched to hand sanitizer right now. A lot of people are adjusting to what it is. We're fighting a war against a virus, so it's wartime adjustment. CAE making ventilators. This company's doing that now instead. It's Bauer's making face shields. You got to adjust the times, just like we're adjusting the times for your show, and to hopefully give you a 20-minute distraction to just sit back and listen to us talk to each other. And that's why we're here today. And, in a sense, virtual happy hour, since we are recording at 4:30 p.m.
Yeah. So. Which is pretty much what I've been doing as like happy hour and parties, just get friends together on an app and drink together.
So many tabletop RPGs and Jackbox right now.
Well, that's it.
So
Jackbox must be making so much fun.
Oh, God, yeah.
What people should be doing, though, is going on their Steam systems and buying Spearhead Games.
Yes. Omen Sight or Stories of Path of Destiny.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I still need to eat, especially now. So at WrestleMania, I drank from Magnolia Brewery Double Drilling Dog IPA. That was a good one.
Sounds vaguely dirty.
Yeah, that was a good one. Black IPA, actually. Got me into black IPAs.
You lost me on that.
No, it's actually good. I was surprised. How because it's like a mix of like a stout and an IPA. So.
Yeah, and I never found those two tastes.
No?
It's not like a Reese's peanut butter cup, two great tastes that taste great together. The hops and the
No, I actually liked it. And what else did I have?
I didn't take a picture. What's wrong with me?
The Queensboro was definitely enough for WrestleMania.
I mean, I had a variety. It was all local. Likely Ontario-based beers. I know in our chat, I took a picture of it and sent it to you guys in our WhatsApp.
It's mostly like stuff we got at the LCBO before everything got shut down.
Yeah. I think the LCBOs are still going because there's... okay, so... It's, we're all in this together right now. We're all connected virtually. If this had happened 20 years ago, who knows what would happen?
Pardon my sorry.
We'd been bleep.
We'd have been hosed.
Yes. And
just superpose me saying hosed. We'd have been
you guys would have been teenagers still.
Yippee-ki-yay. No, 20 years ago, I would have been teenager.
A teenager.
I would have been 20.
Barely, but
I would have been 20 when I was going to the bars every weekend, drinking bad beer and making stupid decisions. I probably would have made a stupid decision to go out. Now,
don't do it.
Don't go out.
Do it.
You can stay home and watch stuff.
Where are you going to go anyways?
Yeah, everything's closed. Everything's closed.
You're not going to go see the Avengers. The theaters are closed.
On Disney Plus for free.
Exactly. Yes. Sign up for Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Sign up for Netflix. Sign up for Shudder if you're a horror bug. There's so
much
much
I'm
stuff.
doing. I got bought a webcam. I'm going to start my future cam girl career.
There you go.
All right.
Cam Soda Chris.
Here's my donation.
My cam girl name will be Notice Me Senpai.
All right. How many X's before and after?
Three, of
three,
course.
obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A combination of all.
There might be a 420 in there too somewhere.
All in all, thanks a lot, guys, for coming out today.
Yeah.
Talking. Just trying to get through these crazy times of pandemic. Oh. And is there anything else you guys like to mention before I have you guys throw out your plugs?
Throw us out to the wolves.
Out virtually. No, but so people watching the show, first of all, thank you.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
It's a change of pace for us, and I'm sure for you guys, because usually our shows don't look like this.
No.
So
usually I don't look like this. I usually have a beard.
Yeah, exactly. Tell us what you think. Tell us any ideas that you'd like us to pursue, or people you'd like us to reach out to and interview and all that stuff. So we'd love to keep providing you with free content. So
yeah, this is the content for today's episode. That when you're watching it, I'm hoping to get beer bloggers, beer Instagrammers who are also in the exact same situation as us, who are stuck at home because they're being smart enough to stay home to not only save themselves, but save other lives if they are asymptomatic. You don't know.
Don't be a COVID idiot.
Stay home and don't be a COVID idiot. So Chris, if the people want to find you on the internet, let them know where they could find you.
Okay, on pretty much every single social media platform I'm on, it's Looney Eclipse, LOONY ECLIPSE.
I'll write it down.
And here's the sad thing.
Yes,
please do.
Right.
But yeah, pretty much every social media platform there is. Beyond that, I can't think of anything else, really. I mean, Facebook, I won't give you my LinkedIn unless you're looking to hire.
I mean, we're always hiring, but I don't know if it's in your same division. So who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah. Phil, I know you need to eat, buddy. So
I still need to eat. As you can see by my collection of games and stuff, please support Spearhead Games.
Yes, support them.
I'm not always spending your money on food, but sometimes I am. But yeah, seriously, Spearhead Games, support us. Get Home Insight or Stories of Path of the Destinies if you're into RPGs, and especially if you're into RPGs, please wishlist Project Witchstone, our upcoming game, which we haven't stopped production on. We're still going at it. We haven't stopped, and we're not stopping.
Awesome. So Phil, I'll have you on the Steam and such in the show notes for those who want to check it out. As for us, at allbeerinside on all the social media, allbeerinside.com, where you could listen to myself, Phil, Looney/Chris, and two other gentlemen occasionally get together and be terrible, terrible friends to each other while joking around and drinking some beer. Also, this show, subscribe and likes, comments on today's episode. I would like to get some feedback if possible, even if you just go on the Instagram and let us know. This is a change for us. This is a change for all of us right now. So let's just see where this goes. This is a first. You know, we had 2-3 other episodes already banked that we brought out before this. Nobody saw something like this coming in the end. The world, as prepared as it wasn't at the same time. But there's content out like us and other shows. So after you're done with our show, feel free to check out any other show that's out there. But stay with us. We'd really appreciate it. We're still kind of new to the game. And honestly, every single view, every single comment, every single like, I really, really, truly appreciate it all. And as I say at the end of every episode, drink craft, not crap.
Crap. Oh, yeah.
All right.